I invite you to join me on another Rust adventure. When I logged in on that first night, I had one main goal: to set up a temporary base and gather as many resources as I could before venturing out and finding the ideal location for our permanent base. What I didn't realize is that this was not an easy night to play Rust. The October update just dropped, and it being the biggest update that Rust has had in a while, everybody wanted to be online. So without knowing it yet, I was in for a hell of a night. Pretty much right after spawning, I accidentally ran into two guys camping a 1x2, and my rock being my only weapon, I had no choice but just get killed. Seeing that I respawned pretty much right next to where I just died, I decided to mess with those guys some more. But to do that, I needed to gather enough resources to make myself some kind of weapon. I don't think I can... Oh, yo, what the fuck? That's amazing. Yo, this is my new favorite thing. That's a lot of wood. I love that. I'm gonna keep fucking with these logs. Having discovered the newly added wood piles and some stone, I was able to craft myself a stone spear, which meant that I had to get them within melee range. So I decided to head back and try to stay hidden so I could hopefully make a play. I'm certain they saw me. Yo, they didn't? Holy shit.
Hey, do you guys live nearby?
Hello, man.
Hey, do you guys live near here?
My friend.
Yeah, do you live near here?
They don't seem friendly, my guy. They're shooting me with a bow. Everything seemed like it was going according to plan, but then the guy inside the hut decided to get their attention, which made them notice me. Which didn't really work out well for me.
These guys seem like a dickhead.
Having failed the ambush, I decided to start making my way inland and gathering the resources that I need to set up the temporary base. Oh no, he sees me. He sees me quite well. Just as I gathered enough hemp to make myself a sleeping bag, I was chased down by a native of this Rust Island. And even though the death was unfortunate, I was able to place down that sleeping bag, meaning that once the bag timer goes down, I will no longer have to spawn on the beach. We want to be somewhere in this area. We got halfway there. Almost. That's a welcome way to wake up on the fucking beach. Okay. After having to respawn twice, my bag was still on a timer, so I decided to just keep trying to make my way inland and slowly get closer to where I wanted to set up base. Now along the way, I made a quick stop over a junkyard, hoping to find a weapon in one of the crates. Unfortunately, I didn't find any weapons, but at least we got some loot out of it. Yo, I didn't think flippers would give me metal frags. That's pretty awesome. As I was looting the road coming out of Junkyard, I ran across two more natives. It seemed that they were trying to communicate, but I couldn't understand their dialect. So I tried to enlighten them with my torch, but that didn't really work out. Fuck. So once again, we find ourselves on the beach, and once again, we're trying to make our way inland to get closer to our base location. Now it's at this point that I'm starting to rethink trying to base that far away, and noticing that nobody was at Junkyard the one time that I ran it, I decide to base next to Junkyard so I can hopefully loot it a few more times before going out and setting up that permanent base. Doesn't work. Or does it? It does! Yo, let's go! It has gas. After figuring out how boats work, I keep making my way closer to our new base location, which is significantly easier to get to than the first one was. I need one more of these. I need 600 wood, and that should be enough for right now. After finally arriving at the spot that I wanted to set up base, I found the monument with an NPC inside. Oh, okay, you can buy stuff from him. Yo, I could have bought a revolver? Boxes. Refreshed. And after just a little bit more farming, we're finally able to craft the temporary shack, giving us a semi-safe place to store our loot. Alright, we are set. Finally having a place to store our loot, I made my way back over to Junkyard, where I saw someone who, unfortunately, I will be seeing a lot more of for the rest of the night. I don't think he saw me. Fuck, okay. Ah, he found me. He ended up picking me back up, but not before taking all of my stuff, which, most importantly, gave me an opportunity to see his name, which, like I said, I wish I saw a whole lot less of for the rest of the night. But for now, going back to collecting resources, I ended up dying to a scientist on the road, but luckily I died pretty much right outside my base, so I was able to get my loot back before anybody else found it. At least I'm hydrated. Having recovered my stuff, I decided to head over to gas station to see if I could get my hands on some more loot. Hey yo, chill bro. And needless to say, I could not get the loot. Having my sleeping bag on a timer from dying to the scientist just now, I respawned in a random location. Wait, is that the gas station? It is, awesome. Which just happened to be right next to the gas station where I just died. Surprisingly, by the time I got there, the guys that killed me were no longer there. So I decided to see if they missed any crates. And just as it seemed I was about to make a clean getaway on my second attempt, I run into the same guy that just killed me over at Junkyard. Because I knew this guy was on gas station, I ran to Junkyard. And this was by far the best Junkyard run that I've had this night. It almost felt like Rust itself was trying to say sorry for killing me all those times. I got the best loot and there wasn't a single enemy in sight. All I had to do now was recycle it and make it home. Where? Is he up there? What the fuck? Is that him? Oh no, it's not. I think he's out of ammo. No, he's not. He is not out of ammo. I need a gun. I really need a gun. Because this is not an enjoyable experience right now. Same fucking guy! Nail gun from that far away, okay. And let me just say, being killed by the same guy that just killed me twice in the last 10 minutes was not a fun time. All I want is to have a fucking interaction where I also have a weapon. It's been a fucking hour. And if I get a weapon, they have better weapons. I have some wood and a worm. Fucking take my worm, please. After my mini mental breakdown, I was genuinely on the verge of rage quitting. If this recycles into scrap and that gives me enough scrap to get a revolver, we're getting somewhere at least. It was at this time that I came up with a plan that should have been born 2 hours ago. I was going to collect all of the scrap that I could, and then I was going to go back to the NPC that I saw when I first got to the area, and I was going to buy his revolver. I could build a 1x1 here, but there isn't a single rock that I've seen. Okay, 52, so we have enough for a revolver. We don't have enough for ammo. I decided that I was going to go to the NPC first and solve my ammo problems later. I was completely exhausted from running monuments. The thought of hitting junkyard or gas station one more time almost made me physically ill. It felt incredible to finally be on my way to getting a ranged weapon. After 10 deaths, I was fed up with watching other players wield guns while I was stuck with just the rock. And with how close I was to rage quitting the last time that I died, this was going to be huge. Please fucking don't, bro. That's right, that was our old friend. I hate this game. I hate this game so much. Saying that I was mad would be an understatement. I was already on the verge of quitting, and just when the end of my suffering was in sight, it was taken away. It seemed like this guy knew exactly where I was at all times, because no matter where I went, he was there. I try to take junkyard, he's there. I try to take gas station, he's there. I juke him and go back to junkyard, he's there. I get sick of getting killed and go to the NPC, he's here too. I was so tired of getting killed all the time and not being able to defend myself. It took everything in my power to not quit the game right there and then. You could tell by my voice just how sick of everything I was. But Mama didn't raise no bitch, and I decided to get to that NPC no matter what. You. Safe. Overcoming immense odds, we were here once again. Going through all of the pain that we have gone through so far, it was time for a win. The emotional roller coaster of tonight, which seemed to only go down, was about to come back up. It was time to visit the NPC. He killed the NPC. He killed the NPC. Seeing that the NPC was killed, and not knowing if he would respawn, the goal to which I was going for what seemed like the entire night was gone. In that moment, it felt like I had nowhere to go and nothing left to do. After leaving the monument, I ran into a geared player, and I can't help but think that if I had a revolver here, things would have turned out differently. And right after I respawned, I was killed by our old friend. Can you fuck off, please? I'm fairly certain they're going to raid me now. Raid my little shack. Being that my bag was still on a timer, I respawned on the beach. I was sort of close to Outpost, so I decided to loot the road on the way there and gamble everything that I had to end the night. Alright, we need a 1, a 10, and let's do 3. Well, GG's. And just like that, as naked as I spawned in this world, I end my night. But tomorrow, we turn this around, so stay tuned for part 2.